So we had a youth that came to us almost a year ago now that has a history of suicidal ideation and extreme self-harming behaviors. Um, and her history of abuse and neglect was pretty extreme. So she came from a home where she was sexually assaulted by older men. She came from a home where she was physically abused by her immediate family members. And her only way of coping was to use those self-harming and cutting behaviors. That is what she had learned to use to deal with the stress and the trauma that she had received from the people around her. She had also had multiple suicide attempts. And so she was admitted to CARES, and we worked with her for about 6 months. And it was a struggle at first. There were a lot of times that her behavior continued to be unsafe, where she had to have one-on-one staff. And she would make some progress, and something would set her back, and we have to go back to that more intensive treatment of maybe the one-on-one staff. But during her time, she did improve, and I'm thankful for the therapist that she had. She had an amazing therapist that helped guide her through looking at her trauma history and helping her work through that. And the words she stated when she discharged, or when it was time to discharge, was, "I'm ready to go home to my family and to live the rest of my life." In the last year, I can say that Care Center has seen about 60 to 7% of our kids have experienced suicidal ideation or self-harming behaviors in the past. And I would also say that that number has increased every year for the last 3 or 4 years.